It's about to get cold outside, and the question I have for you is, are you ready for winter? Just want to thank you for coming back and checking out our next video. As winter settles in, it's time to fortify our homes against the chill and the frigid chill that will come through. And if you live in Texas like I do, you know that our weather is hot one day and it's cold the next. There's a saying that we say here in Texas: wait 5 minutes and the weather will change. That's how it goes here in Texas. Today, we're diving into a series that I want to get out pretty quickly. And over the next few days, I'm going to be recording the next episodes for this series. I believe we have 4 written already for the series here. The title of this series is Winter Ready. We want to talk about insulating your home. As temperatures drop, insulation becomes very key to keeping cold air in or keeping warm temperature in that you're building with inside your house. For example, you can take a dollar bill, and if you open your front door and you put it in between your door and the door frame, and you close the door, and if you can pull that dollar bill out, that means that you have a gap in your door, and because of that gap, heat will escape through there. Your cold air during the summertime will escape through there, and it's important for you to look at your windows, to look at all of your doors, and to make sure that there is no air escaping and you're losing all the important cooling and heating that you're trying to build within your home. So it's important to look at these gaps and to start sealing these gaps. Adding weather stripping, you can do that, or you can caulk some things, but using weather stripping will work, and it can make a significant difference in keeping your home heated. The second thing I want to talk about today is your heating system. What are those heating systems that you're using inside your home for the winter? Let's talk about those systems. Here's a question that I have for you. When was the last time that you serviced your furnace or you checked your fireplace? This is an important question, especially if you will be turning on your system or you will be lighting up your fireplace here in the near future. And to be safe, you need to have them serviced. This is an important part of your heating and cooling systems, to have them serviced and looked at. If you have a fireplace, you need to hire a chimney sweep to make sure that there is not a lot of creosote on the walls within your chimney, because that can cause a fire and your chimney catch fire and your house could burn down if that's not taken care of. So you want to make sure that you're looking at your systems, whether that's your fireplace or your heating system, and have them serviced. Have a service technician come out, make sure they're able to blow out dust and debris and things like that that may accumulate throughout the year. So it's very important that you have these people come out and service your heating systems. So important. Now, ensuring that they are in top shape. Now, this can save you from freezing later on because you made the preparation to hire the correct individuals to come and to service those systems. And so if you're on top of the game and you're prepared in that area, and I salute you on that, because a lot of people during the wintertime go through bad situations because they didn't service their system, and a fire started, and maybe they lose their home. So it's important that we're making those changes and making sure that our systems are working. Just make sure that they're working and they're on tip-top shape, and you're maintaining them, right? You're changing the filter in your heating and cooling system. You're not allowing that filter to get so dirty that the machine can't breathe. So it's important to be doing that. You should be changing your filters periodically as they become dirty. Next, I would like to talk about emergency heating options. There are some options that you can have in unpredictable situations. Having alternative heating methods can be crucial in staying warm during the winter. So let's say, for example, you don't have a fireplace, but you have a heating system, AC unit, that heats and AC at the same time. And let's say the lights go out in your neighborhood and you don't have electricity to your heating system. It's important to have some preps ready in the event that happens in your area. You want to make sure that you have a plan B, a plan C, to get you through those situations that may come up. Whether that's a backup generator, whether that's portable heaters, or just even a stash of cozy blankets. Right? Those always come in clutch all the time. Right? If you have a generator, you can hook it up to your electrical system. You can definitely do this. I would encourage you to find an electrician who can help you and assist you with this, because when you use your generator, your system cannot be hooked up to the outside electricity. It has to be shut off so that you can use the generator, so your generator can power your home. And I would truly consult a electrician who can help you to set that system up. And then when your electricity comes back on, you notice that your neighbors have electricity. Maybe you call and they say that everything's back to normal. Then you can shut down your generator, switch that power back to your city power, and be running up again and saving gas and your generator and things like that. But generators are okay to use in an event that the lights go out and you now need to switch, right? So those are very good to have in your house as a plan B. If you can also use portable heating units like buddy heaters. They're becoming very popular, actually. I know that they're being used a lot in the camping world. I love to camp and do things like that, and so buddy heaters are coming in and they're becoming very popular. But I would say that if you use one of these systems, you really need to follow the instructions that come with the unit, just to make sure that you may have to ventilate the area where you are, just to utilize that. You just need to look at your owner's manual and make sure that you can do that. But having emergency heating options are important because it allows you to be able to plan for different kinds of scenarios whenever it gets really cold and maybe it knocks out your electricity. And lastly, you might be asking, Fernando, well, what is a kit that I can put together that I can maybe pull from the garage, maybe have it under my bed, wherever you want to stash that. I would encourage you to put together a winter emergency kit. We like to put together kits here. We have a Christmas kit, and so Christmas kit is all full of all things Christmas ornaments and things like that. And so whenever it's Christmas time, we pull that out and we decorate our tree and all that. So it's a great idea to also have a winter emergency kit. Just like we maintain a bug out bag, having a winter emergency kit for our homes is very important to have, because when it gets cold, we are going to need things. And if we know where they are and they're in one section of the house, we can go get them rapidly and be able to deploy them here in the house. And so what does that kit look like? What are some of the things that you can have in there? So I've kind of sectioned out some things for you. As far as warmth, you want to have in your kit heavy blankets or maybe some sleeping bags where you can cuddle up in case the electricity goes out and you lose your heating system and you don't have a fireplace and you don't have any other alternatives. You can resort to using blankets, sleeping bags, and things like that to stay warm. You can also use thermal blankets. They sell some blankets that you can actually that are heated and they run off a battery. So there are those that are available. You can also heaters. You can have they have portable battery operated heaters. They have the gas heaters. But like I said earlier, make sure you look at the owner's manual to make sure that they're okay to use. The next thing in this winter emergency kit that you want to have is clothing. Right, you want to have extra layers of warm clothing. I would also include hats, maybe some beanies. Always have gloves. Make sure you have a good pair of gloves that'll keep your hands warm. I would also look at having spare socks and maybe some waterproof boots in case you have to go outside, collect some wood, your feet aren't getting wet, and where you won't have frostbite. So you want to look at those kinds of things too. I would also have hand warmers and things like that just to have as far as clothing and personal items. For emergency tools, I would say a good multi-tool kit is a really good thing to have on hand. You just never know, right? When the lights go out, you just never know what you might have to fix. Flashlights are a good thing to have. There are many options for flashlights. There are battery powered flashlights. There are rechargeable flashlights. But if you have rechargeable flashlights, just make sure you have a portable charger. That's maybe solar power, because you can also use solar power to keep those things lit. So there's that option too as well. I may have not mentioned earlier, but solar power batteries are really good to keep and to keep things charged and ready to go. You can also have I would suggest that you have a wind up or solar powered radio, because communication is going to be very important to have. And, if your lights go out, that means your TV's out. That means your internet's out. That means you're probably only running from your cell phone. So in the event the cell phone doesn't work, at least you have a radio that will give you information and keep you up to date on what's happening in your area. So a good wind up or solar powered radio is really good to keep. And also duct tape, because if you did not prepare your doors and your windows, I would encourage you to duct tape all the gaps that you may find, just so that you can stay warm. It's all about staying warm during the winter. And so duct tape is a really good thing to use to seal up any gaps, for last minute sealing up gaps and things like that. The next thing I would have is food and water supplies. You want to make sure that you have non-perishable food items like canned goods, energy bars, just in the event that there is no power and you don't have a way to heat things up. Here in Texas, we have so many ways. We got barbecue pits outside because that's what we do. And so most of us have wood, and we can power our barbecue pits with wood and get that going and use that for cooking. Maybe you have a backup stove that's a propane stove. Maybe you have an alcohol stove. You can utilize many things to be able to prepare your food, but non-perishable food items are really good to have. Water bottles and or a portable water filter, just in the event that you need to collect water from somewhere and you're really not too sure of the source. You're able to filter that water and drink it. Also, I would have a can opener. A lot of people don't think about that. But if you're going to have non-perishable food items, you're going to need a can opener just to be able to get into that. So these are some preps for food and supplies that I would have in the event that there was a power outage in my area. The next thing is your communication devices. I would make sure that your cell phone is fully charged at all times, especially when you know that bad weather is coming and there is time to prepare. I mean, most of us charge our phone and it's like second nature because we're on our phone a lot. So make sure that your phone is fully charged and that maybe you have a portable charger that in the event that there is no electricity, you're able to charge that right up. Make sure you keep an emergency contact list. I would have one written down in an emergency binder. I'm going to talk about that later on in another episode, but I would have a list of phone numbers written down and somewhere else that in the event your phone dies and you can't charge it, you at least have numbers on hand that you can make emergency calls if emergency personnel come through and they're trying to contact your family, whatever. Always have that in hard copy form, so that way you can utilize that in the event that you are not able to utilize your phone. Another thing that I would have is an emergency whistle, just for signaling. If you walk out in your neighborhood and maybe 5 or 6 houses down, somebody's in their yard, you can whistle and you can connect and they know that you're in trouble or you're trying to communicate with them, and it's better than yelling, trust me. So I would keep an emergency whistle. Here, lastly, one of the most important things I think you need to prep, and this is for always, is medical supplies. You need to have a first aid kit. Later on, I'm going to do some videos on an emergency kit, what you should have in it, what that should look like. But I'm just going to give you a few things because we're really not trying to go anywhere when it's winter and we're trying to stay inside and we're trying to stay warm. I don't think we should have too many things that happen to us physically that can harm us, other than frostbite, things like that, because we're trying to stay warm. But I would just have in there bandages, antiseptic wipes, and pain relievers, maybe some cold medicine, things like that, just to help you get through the cold temperatures of the winter season. In conclusion, remember that winter preparedness goes beyond just stocking up on supplies. It's about fortifying our homes, right? Because that's what we're talking about today, is fortifying our home, winterizing our home, making sure that we're able to stay warm in our home, and that we're withstanding the cold and maybe even potential disruptions in services that may happen where you are. So, share your winterizing tips and maybe some of the things that you do at your home down below in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe and click that notification bell, so that way on the rest of the videos I put out in the next few days on this winter series, you're able to take those. We're going to look at winterizing your car, there, winterizing the outside of your home, things like that. So make sure you do that so that you can be notified when we upload those videos. Stay tuned for the next video in this Winter Ready series, because it's going to be really neat. I'm just excited about this series and to be able to share with you some preparations that you can do. And I always encourage you guys, if I miss something in here, write it down in the comment section and say, hey Fernando, this is another thing that I do when it comes to winterizing my home, because we want to be able to be a place of connectedness and be able to help each other as we prep our items and get ready for preparedness and for winter situations, disasters, whatever will happen, right? So we just want to make sure that we are working together to be able to do those things. So until next time, stay warm, stay prepared, and God bless. This is Fernando, God's Prepared Warrior, signing off. Winter is here, but with the right preps, we're ready for whatever comes our way. Stay vigilant, stay warm, and keep prepping. God's Prepared Warrior out.
Hey guys, this is Fernando, God's Prepared Warrior. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel.